Hello Safari fans, welcome to Safari TV. Tonight we're going to be talking about the origins of Safari. We've been asked to do an origin video. Now our origins, they aren't necessarily complicated, but they could be a bit convoluted. Pretty much we've got Safari Event Catering, our catering business, well named. Safari Sauces, which is our sauce video, not video, our sauce company, and we've got Safari TV, which we've just started. So depending on how much I ramble here, this might be 3 separate videos, it might be one big long one, who knows. Stick with us and we'll see what happens. Okay, so in the beginning, as you probably know, there was light. Then they found the cave paintings in southern Africa, and to Ramesses' daughter, Queen Scotty. So the Celts got kicked out of Greece for fighting. Half of them went sort of the Indian way and the other half went to Germany. So you end up with the Picts, or the Crunia as they're really called. So Safari Event Catering started in 2011. It was pretty much, I grew up in South Africa, I knew how nice the food was. There didn't seem to be many people doing it. I knew a few good suppliers that could get hold of some decent sort of traditional South African things, and the idea behind it was they wanted to do good quality stuff that we believed in at decent prices. We'd been to music festivals and things like that before where people just get ripped off with prices. We didn't want to do that, and we wanted to do something a bit different, a bit interesting. So as you can probably see by this photograph, bing! We painted ourselves a zebra van and a giraffe print trailer. We made a load of wooden signs for it, and we went off to our first event. Our first event was the Great North Run in the northeast of England. The finishing line for that was 60,000 people, so it was a bit of an eye-opener for the first event. The day before that as well, we crashed our van, or I crashed our van, but we still made it there. We're up at 5 in the morning the next morning, and we got there. So our menu comprises of sort of African favourites, exotic meats, and just sort of decent food, I should say. We go to sort of music and food festivals around the UK. We do things like boerewors, South African traditional sausage. We do our shakalaka sauce. We do crocodile wraps. We also try and do a different special every day to make things, I mean, our menu is pretty extensive anyway, but we like to add a little bit more fun, pain, torture, whatever for us. Yeah, and we try and do something decent. Last year we just added out of Africa specials. We didn't necessarily find the African theme limiting, but we got a hold of some of the best Wagyu or Kobe beef this side of Japan. We couldn't pass that up. It was fantastic stuff, so we did that as an out of Africa special last year. So over the last 3 years we've built up a decent reputation for sort of quality, service and imagination, man. And our travels see us going right from Inverness, not quite the northeth. We go right up from Inverness, which isn't quite the furthest north in Britain, to, so far we've only hit about sort of London region. We haven't got much further than that. We've been invited to go further north, and we've been invited to go further south. We'll see what happens with that. You never know. You never know with Safari. With expansion comes dilution, yes. Which to be honest, I do believe. We decided that rather than having different bits and pieces going here and there where I couldn't keep an eye on them. Yeah, I'm watching you. We would increase the size of the thing that we do, and that just means that we get through our queues a lot quicker. And we keep people a lot happier. Blah, 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 blah. So Safari's always going to be there. It's always going to keep ticking away. We've got a few ideas for different things in the future, but rather than doing more of the same, we believe in sort of diversifying our portfolio. Rather than just doing more of the same stuff, we believe in diversifying our portfolio, as you can see here. But rather than doing more of the same, so we used to make shakalaka chicken wraps. Now shakalaka in South Africa, it's kind of a relish or a sort of side dish which is made with carrots and beans, a little bit of spice to it and stuff. We always made that the sauce for our catering stall. We used it on chicken wraps, we used it on crocodile. We also do sort of veggie, but it's actually a vegan wrap as well, with the same sauce and different bits and pieces in that. We've been selling our shakalaka chicken wraps around the country for the last 4 years, which brings us on to Safari sauces.